Hi boys and girls, so today we are talking about Sequoyah and citizenship, and this is building off of our background knowledge of the Creek and Cherokee Native Americans. If you have your own copy of the newspaper, feel free to go ahead and get that out. If not, I'm going to read it out loud to you and you'll answer the questions on a separate sheet of paper. Let's go ahead and get started. So we see that it says Sequoyah and citizenship. This is the title of our newspaper. And that's a nonfiction text feature like we've talked about. And our caption for the picture, which is right here, this is a statue, it's a photograph of a statue. And the caption says, Sequoyah worked for more than 12 years to create a written language for his people. Once someone set his house on fire, all of his work burned. Did he give up? No, he started over. So, some things that Miss Sullivan is thinking about. 12 years is longer than you've been alive. So that's a very long time for somebody to work on a project and then for it to burn down. How sad is that? They didn't have computers back then, so they couldn't save their work. So he had to start all the way over. So it makes me pretty thankful for our computers. On the next page, if you're following along in your own newspaper, it still has our title, which is Sequoyah and Citizenship. And I'm going to start reading at this page right here, this picture right here. Sequoyah knew it was important for the Cherokee to learn how to read and write in their own language. So, Sequoyah is not a Creek native, he's a Cherokee native. So, he knew it was important for the Cherokee to learn how to read and write in their own language, kind of like how you guys need to learn to read and write in your own language. He did not want the Cherokee culture to be lost. He taught many of his people to read and write. And so this is a picture of his alphabet, and I want you to look. There's some letters that look similar to the English alphabet, like I see an R, a D, a W, a G, but there's other symbols I don't recognize, like these swirly ones. Don't recognize those. I see a B, an I, a Z, but there's other symbols that we're not familiar with because it's a different alphabet than what we're used to seeing in class. Keep scrolling down. I see this picture. I wonder what it's about. It says, Sequoyah had patience. If you are patient, you can handle things that go wrong without getting angry or upset. Sequoyah believed in liberty. Liberty is another word for freedom. Sequoyah knew that being able to read and write would give the Cherokee new freedom. Sequoyah had compassion. Compassion is caring about others. Sequoyah cared about the Cherokee. So, maybe these pictures are showing compassion, liberty, and patience. This might be showing the opposite of those, though. So it's showing you opposite and same. If I go to the top of the page, we have a heading here, and it says, how is your life like Sequoyah's life? So we're going to think of some similarities. The Cherokee worked hard every day. They worked together so everyone in the village had what they needed. They had patience and compassion. Long ago, Cherokee people lived in the forests. They used the things they found in nature. They hunted and fished. They planted crops. During Sequoyah's life, many Cherokee began to live like white settlers did. Today, many Cherokee live in Oklahoma. They use technology like you do, but they keep many traditions that Cherokee long ago had. So we see a Cherokee tribe member. He's dressed in modern clothes because now that the times have changed a little bit, we notice that Cherokee natives aren't dressed like this anymore. They're wearing things that are more comfortable. So here's the question for you. How is your town or city like the forests where the Cherokee lived? How is it different? How is Sequoyah's life like yours? How is it different? Make sure to answer these questions on the next page. If you go to the back of your activity page, we have a map. So this is a map of a Cherokee village. Can you find the council house? So whenever I can't find it, I'm looking over here at this weird shape. I have to go down and look at the key, kind of like the key that we made for our Georgia regions map. So if I look at the key, it says Indian homes, council house, river, and trees. And the question was, can you find the council house? Well, the council house is this shape right here. So I think the council house is at D3. So we go across, it's at D, and then we go up and it's at 3. So D3. It says use the map key to find the symbol. We did that. Use the grid to tell where it is on the map and write the letter first and the number. It will look something like this. Well, B1 is not the answer. That's just the example. The answer is D3. The last thing on your newspaper is talking about the alphabet. This is the Cherokee alphabet that Sequoyah made. Write 3 of the letters that look like English letters. So go through and write down some letters that you think look like English letters. Write 3 of the letters that are different from English letters. So some of the swirly shapes that don't look like the English alphabet, you can write those down there, and there's more than just 3. You just pick 3. In the last section, it says, why is it important for the Cherokee to be able to write? Write a sentence and explain. So think about if there was a group of people that couldn't write things to each other, how would that affect their communication or their talking or speaking to each other? Go ahead and write down your answer. If you need any help, you can always go back and re-listen to the story, or you can raise your hand and your teacher can help you. Have a great day.